Okay, so today we are going to begin drawing or sketching our still life. So a sketch is essentially a practice for your final drawing. And so it's important to sketch because it gives us an idea of what our final should look like. And like I said yesterday, if you sketch and you have a really good sketch that you can go off of, you could even put it underneath your paper and trace it because you've already done the hard work as it is. So the first thing you want to do, and you should be able to see. So the first thing you want to do, and you should be able to see my still life on the screen, is make sure you have your objects arranged in the way that you want them to be arranged. We were supposed to do that yesterday, so you should already have it ready. And I'm just working. My objects are in front of me, but I did want to show you my image. So if you look at my image, you can tell that it's from where I was sitting. So you want to make sure that you are setting up and taking your photo exactly where you're drawing from if you need to look at it. So once you're starting your sketch, you want to decide if you want to do the paper this way or you want to do the paper this way. Okay, so something that I want to talk to you about before you even start to draw is you should be keeping your arm and your hand loose and light as you're drawing. It shouldn't be super complicated. It should not be a bunch of like really sharp, I call them like fuzzy lines like this when you're sketching and you're planning out your drawing, because the quicker you are and the less you think about the shapes, the more you can go back and draw your outline. So when you are sketching and when you see me sketching, I'm going to be doing things really quickly like that. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is, again, analyze the different shapes that you have here in front of you. So I'm looking at the shapes that I need to work with first of all, and I'm going to see what shapes I'm going to pull out of each object. So once you've done that, then you can start actually drawing those shapes. So I'm going to start with the Xbox controller. So the Xbox controller to me looks like a square. So I'm going to start, and you want to make sure when you are drawing, you want to make sure you're taking up as much of the paper as you possibly can. You don't want to go, you could go off the page, but I'm going to try to draw pretty big. The first thing you should draw is the thing that's closest to you. So the thing that is in front. So for me, it's that Xbox controller. So I'm going to try to draw it pretty big, and this is going to help me when I go to add my other objects, because I can compare how it's going to look. So that's kind of the middle part, and then I'm going to use like this sort of rounded shape, more organic on the edges here. So that's my first shape, and I can see this is a little bit longer than this. I can go back and fix it later. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm just trying to draw my shapes. Okay, so there's the controller. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to the shoe. So to me, I can tell that my shoe is going to hit right about here. That's going to be right about where my shoe starts, and it curves up, and it's kind of almost like a rectangle first, and then sort of like an oval down here, like that curved shape down here. And you're gonna fix this later. This might not be perfect, so don't worry too much about it. Okay, so my last part is my teddy bear, and I can see the foot of my teddy bear is right over here. And look, I'm making those little tick marks so I can know where I'm going to start my object. So it's kind of like a cylinder here. And then, let me see. Maybe, I'm getting kind of confused. So what I'm gonna do is jump over here and see where the other side starts. So it's right about there. And I think what I'm gonna have to do is draw the arm. And my arm's gonna go off my page, but this is okay because it's a sketch. Okay. And then it's gonna scoop down like this, kind of like that. And then you have the big sort of oval for the head, or like rounded dome shape. And then you have that huge face, the huge circle. And the circle, if you look at the circle, it goes past the edge on this side. So I'm gonna make it go past the edge a little bit. Okay. And then I have the ears, which are those dome shapes again. And then that is my shapes. Quick and easy, should not be too complicated.